Greetings, YouTube. Now, this video is going to riff off of the video I talked about the ramifications and extrapolations from the movie Tron. So hopefully I'll remember to put a link in the notes below. But if I don't, just look for the ramifications of Tron, which is what the video has now been titled. So here's a scenario I'm going to throw at you. You're 18 years old. Your family is wealthy enough to use the teleporter that is based off of the scanner from Tron. So we'll say it's 2080 and it's new enough that it's still only for the rich and famous. So your family's wealthy, but you're not billionaires. You're in the millionaire class, and just barely. You're like in the $5 to $10 billion millionaire range. And you go to this facility, they scan you, good to go. It's an insurance policy. You wake up in a medical facility. You can tell it's a medical facility, though you've never seen this particular facility, and a lot of the equipment looks strange to you. Your automatic thought is you had an accident, and the insurance policy's kicked in. But funnily enough, the scan was yesterday. As far as you're concerned, the scan just happened. So, did something go wrong? As the little pod you're in opens up, there's a woman standing in front of you. She's like, boss, focus, boss. Your eyes come to focus completely. You look at her and you're like, boss? And she steps back for a second. What year is it? And you say, it's 2080. And her response is, crap! The imprint didn't take. All right. Okay, we got a problem. And as she says problem, you hear a sound in the distance. It's a really familiar sound. It's the sound of gunfire. It says, hold still. She goes to a cabinet. While she's going towards the cabinet, you begin to look at yourself. You're wearing one of this one-piece leotard things. Like it's a jumpsuit. Kind of like a vault suit, if you will. Built-in booties, the whole 9 yards. And there's spots on it where there had been tubes of things connected, which have all automatically released when the capsule was opened. She steps forward, and she thrusts what appears to you to be a bullpup rifle into your hands. She says, the safety's off. Don't put your finger on the trigger unless you mean to hit something. And you're probably going to mean to hit something in the very near future. She says, put out your arm. You're still kind of in a daze, and she looks like a doctor wearing the right kind of outfit. So she pulls your sleeve up, shoves an object against your sleeve, which looks like a sleek silver and ceramic injector of some variety. Kind they used back in the 70s for doing vaccinations. And suddenly you scream because your arm is suddenly on fire. It just robbed. You look down and there's a red mark. And the red mark isn't bleeding, but there's little pinpoints. Hundreds of them. All bright red. But you're not bleeding. You're like, what the did you just do? She said, it was necessary. She drops the gun on the ground. You notice that she has one of these rifles on her back. It says, we gotta go, and we gotta go now. My name's D. As you move through this facility, there's another chamber. You can't see inside. The glass is somewhat opaque. But as you pass it, she puts her hand on it for a second and goes, sorry, boss. And keeps going. Before you know it, you're outside. And you can hear that gunfire again. Very shortly, you're in a city you've never seen before. And you're like, where the hell am I? She says, you're in San Francisco, capital of the California Republic. And you're like, the what? Because last you knew California was a state in the United States, it wasn't and isn't a republic. but she's moving, and you feel maybe you should be following her. Seconds later, 3 figures step in front of you. Without hesitation, your companion D brings her rifle to bear and opens fire. You wisely join her. After a couple of misfires, you actually hit the guy. She takes the other 2 out. You keep going. She screams over her shoulder. That's not going to be all of them. Those are just the point cards. Keep going. So she keeps running, and you keep following. A few minutes later, you duck into an area off the beaten path. You haven't heard any shots in a while. She said, okay. You've got no resources. I got to see what I can do about this. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small object. It's not much bigger than a credit card, a little bit thicker. She says, evasion protocol. Transfer ownership. She puts her thumb on the device, and it glows green. And she pulls it off, and her thumbprint is there. She says, here, put your thumb on that. With a little reservation, because the last time she did something, it hurt like hell and it still throbs. But you do it. There's a soft chime, and the device says, transfer complete. So, all right, that's yours. There's a credit line in there, so you can use it to get some stuff. You're going to need clothes, and you're going to need food. A lot of it. You need to get it fast. I wish I had more time to explain this. I wish that these details were not overwhelming you. I wish you understood what I have done and what they eat. And she never gets any farther than eat. Because a red dot appears on her head, and the back of her skull explodes. You shove the phone in your mouth, turn and fire, throwing some rounds in the direction you think they came from, and you start running again. And you keep it up for a while, and you lose yourself in the crowd. And San Francisco's a whole lot bigger than you remember. You try to be casual about the fact that there's a rifle on your back, and you walk into what appears to be a thrift shop. The person behind the counter is like, hey, I don't want any problem. And she's like, I'm just here to buy some stuff. You buy some boots that look like Army surplus. You buy a couple of pairs of pants. One of them looks Army surplus too. You buy a few shirts, a duster, because you know, it's the future. We gotta have a duster. A hat, and a backpack. You throw all your crap in there. You leave your jumpsuit on the ground. And then you head out, using your phone to pay for everything. You go to a noodle shop, and you eat 3 full roll bowls. The proprietor's like, is shocked that you put that much food in yourself. But then you leave. You ask the phone where they can find a vending machine that puts out food, and it leads you to one. You buy 4 or 5 meals out of this vending machine, self-heated, fancy MREs, essentially. You then ask you to find a place to sleep. So it takes you to a coffin hotel. One kind of place that all it cares about is that your account's got money and no names are engaged. You crawl in, you close it, and you collapse. You ask the phone, give me some information. The phone's like, what do you want to know? It says, I need a synopsis of the history of 2018 to now. And by the way, what year is it? The phone tells you it's 2224. And as the information begins to spool on the wall, broadcast by the phone, little projector, you get hungry again. Before you know it, you've eaten 3 of the meals. And you feel tired. You fall asleep. You wake up, you ask the phone how long you were out for, Phone tells you we're out for 19 hours. You've only got 5 more hours before the coffin is going to kick you out. So while you still have some kind of connection to this place, you go in and find a bathroom, private stall with a shower and sink. You need to clean yourself up. And you strip yourself down and there's a full-length mirror there. And you get your shirt off. And you have just unbuckled your pants when you look in the mirror. And holy crap, you're jacked. Phone, what happened? Augmentation procedure 90% complete. Sensory system coming online within the next 24 hours. And now you know what the injection was. Phone, what kind of a upgrade are you discussing here? It says you now have a nano colony living in your system. Top of the line. It's what you had before. You're a little confused by that statement. All right, Phone. What's next? And there you go. There's an idea for a one-on-one campaign. You can do whatever, you can have it mean whatever you want to. Maybe you're a super soldier. Maybe you're a ninja. You've probably got a heads-up display of some kind, expanded sensory capacity, probably be able to see into the infrared and ultraviolet to a bit, night vision, that kind of thing. Maybe pinpointing things with your ears in a better manner than humans can. Increased olfactory sense, maybe the ability to pick up things with your tongue so you know there's something dangerous before you consume it. Maybe a little bit of spidey sense in there just for fun. You could even figure out whatever you want. It's the 23rd century. It's the Star Trek era, but with a cyberpunk dystopian twist. How big is the California Republic? Is it the entire Pacific coast? Does it go into Canada? Does it include Baja? What's the rest of America look like? Are we talking mega cities in the middle is a wasteland? Or is it a truly balkanized America and everything has different political structures now? What's the world look like? Are there high colonies? Are there low colonies under the earth or under the oceans? Who's after you? Why are they after you? Who was the boss? Who are you? And where are you going? The phone mentioned something about a safe house. So maybe that's where you're headed. What resources are there? Who are you? That's a question that all of us should ask on a regular basis.